Hello and welcome to this week's stream. And let me fix the camera. I think it's better. Yep, good. Okay. So, plan for this week is to hopefully stream without any issues. And if so, then this will continue as a stream series. If we do have the technical issues we had in the last couple of weeks, then this will switch to a YouTube only, but recorded in the same format as a stream, so with the webcam and with the longer videos as well. But I hope everybody out there is keeping well, and let's have a look at what we're going to do this week. So, we obviously want to increase our Forge lore, so hopefully make some headway on that. We've got plenty of books here that may or may not help with that. They certainly help with getting some lore up. We then have some more locations that we can go to, especially over here. We need to get rid of that notoriety though before we really go somewhere else. Although I think we've already gone somewhere. Okay, so past me was already well ahead of the game, it looks like. Okay, so let's run time on. Yeah, there's the notoriety gone in there. So if we get rid of that, then this expedition is fine. Let's see what it says here. Plans for next phase. So we have, so we can bird them. So that is edge. And then you require forge or moth. So we should send somebody else with edge. So that's Elridge. Let's send you. Okay, so 10 edge and 10 forge. We should be okay. It'd be unlucky if we get another injury out of that. Okay, so what else do we have? We should run. Oh, I think it was the autosave was pausing it there, was it? No. Okay, there we go. Right, so hopefully notoriety goes away. We get this done. What are we doing here? Dialogue with an entity called the Crucible Prince. The prince warns about the appetites of his mistress, the Burning Queen, and the peril of the naked desire she shares with the sun, but professes his loyalty nevertheless. Okay, interesting. Oh, and oh no, that's bad, because it means, yeah, we didn't manage to get rid of that. Okay, so we're going to have tentative evidence. Peculiar rumor, we can just ignore, just leave it up there. We've no need for that at all. He is almost certainly going to generate tentative evidence from that. This then also potentially is going to give him enough to get damning evidence if he picks up that notoriety as well. Okay, now next we're going to send some more edge along, so get us out to 15. Run on time. Okay, good. That I think needs to be adjusted a little bit. Okay, seems better. Regular viewers will notice as well that I've finally shaved off the beard. I don't know whether it's going to stay like that, but probably will grow out again, either by design or through laziness, one or the other, I think. Okay, let's have a read of this and then we'll check everything that we have here. The painted river runs from a great chamber near the white door, far through the mantis, to its far edge where it enters a painted delta of far cloud. I voyaged half its length last night with a stern-faced captain beneath a rust-red sail. As the clouds rose before us, the sailors raised the yearning shanty and close-hauled the sails to best use the painted wind, and all the while the captain and I discoursed on the secret of the House of the Sun. Okay, so collect those. Now, we are going to go for you And there's a reason for this, because... Oh, we should pause, actually. So you need health, right? Or is it reason? Wait, did I put the wrong one in? I think I did. Weigh the wood, weigh the white... I think the white door should be there. Yeah, I think we put the wrong one in. So you need passion, right? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to have to get through that and get through the next one as well. Because if we go weigh the white wood, we can potentially get a favor from authority, and then that would help us to get rid of damning evidence, which would be good. Right, let's get our work going again. Slot that and some reason. Start you up. Then we'll have a look at what we have here. A right which changes is necessarily a right which destroys, but a great change requires a destruction of savage extent. Okay? Oh, nice. That's really helpful. So you can pop there. And you can, for now, just stay there. Don't really need you at the minute. Okay, your acceptance, right? So we need to ignore that. Let's get on with some of the rest of this. The Cultist Tantra is devoted mostly to warnings about the lively creatures called percussagants, but concludes with a chant which can be used to summon them. It observes the percussagants can be taught any dance, but they prefer only one. Okay, interesting. Forge is ingenious, Forge is ruthless. We'll almost certainly make it through. Okay, so 10 Forge should get us through. If not, we will send one of these two, Laidlaw or Valsine. Okay, let's run time on for now. Hopefully we're not going to end up with any more injuries. And so far, no problems with the stream meter, which is good. Okay, you're fine. Your cancelling each other out, so don't need to worry about that at all. Okay. Yeah, so we need you to be done, so we can move on to that. I'm certain that my adversary has lodged a copy of their notes elsewhere with their solicitor, with their supervisor, or even with a contact in the press. This is troubling. Okay, well, we know how to deal with that. We just need to find the right people. So, Sylvia, we need to have a bit of a chat. See, the thing is, some of our people have been less discreet than maybe they should be. And there's, you know, the odd little tidbits here and there floating around that may be turned into something that could be used against us. So I'd like you to go out there and, you know, just dampen some of that speculation down, if you can. Off goes Sylvia, and hopefully we'll be fine. Okay, so getting ready for next challenge. We've already got 15 edge there, so now we should send people. Maybe send Cat. Yeah, we don't have any more edge to send. So let's send people with other aspects that could help us in the long run. Okay. Mirrors are calm. The sun is steady. The glory recedes. I am sane, if that means anything. Right now, not very much. Okay, yeah, wrong one. Right, so let's go for the well. Got some vitality. Could come in handy a bit later. We'll see. The well in the wood is sacred to the Grail, the hour that hungers, and to the velvet, the hour that guards secrets. Tonight as I approach, it heaved with the velvet's moss, struggling waves of deep and vibrant green, pulsing again and again from its throat. It surged around my calves, rose to my thighs, and this morning I still feel the velvet's breath, strong within me. So grab that. So yeah, that vitality could be good at some point if we get an affliction or something like that, we'll pop you up there as well. But now we should go to Way of the Wood, just out of kind of precaution. Try and get ourselves a favour from authority. That which does not cease is not ceased. Okay, so we got Awakened Chant. So we got 2 of those. We could combine those then to... we'd actually get our Heart Lore up to this level, which would be really good. So that's like 10 strength. Okay, so on to the next one. This looks like it's going to give us some Moth Lore. The Tantra speaks glowingly of those who are prepared to abandon their old self to seek a new and higher self. It warns that once the change has truly begun, past the 3rd mark, a return to the old self is dangerous and painful. Okay, so sounds like maybe an ambition, because generally the ambitions do things like that, right? You get to the 3rd one and then it kind of stays there, but you've got to push it on to the 5th, and it takes a lot of effort to actually do that. Okay, I'm going to send... We will dapple the earth with holy blood. Good. But I'm going to send some funds because I realise we're out of funds and I don't want the expedition to fail just for a lack of funds. So we do that. Okay, and we have our work done. So we're going to start it again. Get going there. While we're waiting there, and then I'm going to have a nice sup of tea. That's nice. Today we had, I was going to say weird weather, but kind of typical weather, unfortunately, for Ireland for this time of year. So this morning it was raining, then we had sleet as well, then it was sunny, and now it's kind of gone dark again, like it's gonna rain again for the night. Okay, so we didn't get rid of the tent of evidence, and we managed to generate some more notoriety as well. So that is not good for us. Did she get injured at all? Yes, she got wounded. That's not good. Sibu's favourite tactic is to smile and close her eye. It is remarkable how often her interlocutor will blurt out exactly what they are thinking. Well, in that case, it didn't really work out well for her. Now, we need some heart people, so Dorothy, let's have a chat with you about some cult business. Maybe you can get rid of that notoriety, because as things stand, things are looking rather grim for us, because we have a notoriety here, which hopefully she will get rid of. But then we have another notoriety here, which needs to be gotten rid of as well. And then we still have the tentative evidence. So overall, not particularly good. Right, let's check here, because the Lodge of the Sage Knight is a chance to get a favour from authority. We got a glimmering. We'll obviously try again. I recall my dream. This was the Lodge of the Blue Silk, flapping in the wind of the bounds at the Mansus's edge, and here was its mistress, who welcomed me as she welcomes all travellers. Company's nice, she confided, but I still miss my Christopher. 10 years are not enough, but we could not have been long together, not without touching each other. And you know what occurs when a man lies with a long woman? Or perhaps you don't. I won't tell you, just in case. I will give you a tiny gift. So we get the glimmering. We should then go straight back in. Some health there. And just keep going until we can get that favour, because we probably are going to need it given how things are at the moment. There's nothing for us to worry about with you. That's good. Okay, another one is done. So this is actually the shaven lock tantra, the one who has shaven his hair. Whisper your secrets into the earth, burn them in fire, scatter them in the sea, still they will cling to your hair. The tantra cautions. It provides an occult riddle that it claims is sometimes the answer to the riddle of the Hunter's Gate. Okay, so grab that. We got some moth lore. Okay, so yeah, it is, because sometimes you use one of these for, right? That is, no, it's one of these, right? you'd use one of those for, is it the stag door riddle? I think it's the stag door riddle. Right, let's move things on. Oh, hang on, you need something now. Okay, so let's send you along. And then we're going to study the next book that we can. That's actually the last book we can study at the moment, because we need to learn some more languages to be able to do any more. Those who do not sleep. This sister and witch were born in 2 wombs, one poor, one rich, across the sea. The sister was stronger in the aspect of heart, and so their survival was assured. The witch was stronger in the aspect of grail, and so they were not satisfied. Okay. Move it on. Yeah, I'm a little worried about the situation here. Okay, so that vitality we're going to be to use now. Door of Despair prowls elsewhere. Excellent. We get that started again as well. There we go. Okay, so you have the notoriety. Just give me a second here. I'm just checking on my phone. Hang on a sec. I need to normally have my dashboard up on my phone, but it's not connecting to everything. Okay, where are we? Dashboard, please. Okay, there we go. All connected. Good. Yeah, because it's the only way I can properly, like, nobody's chatting at the moment, but if somebody decides to chat, at least I can have a bit of a chat with them. I always like interacting with viewers. It's nice. Especially compared to, like, I like when people post comments on my YouTube videos as well, but having that kind of instant rapport as well is one of the things I've really enjoyed about doing Twitch, because you can have a proper conversation rather than just replying to one particular comment. You can kind of expand on things, and they can as well. I think it's great. Anyway, let's run time on. So you now. Oh, we have to take. Ooh, we might have to take a risk here. I think we did this one more time. Yeah, so the risk is, do we risk getting our affliction becoming decrepitude in order to try and get another favour from authority? But let's see if we get one now. We don't. Okay. Got some erudition instead. We'll see what it says here. In the last night's dream, I was in the lodge of the Sage Knight, behind a white door. It is difficult to remember exactly how I came there, and the mistress of the place, the woman with the dark glasses, was nodding as if I'd asked her a difficult question. Of course I hadn't. I lost my speech when I passed the white door. "How is it that I can speak?" she said to me. "I didn't come here through your white door. I'm not proud of what I did to come here, so let me tell you about something else." So she gives us our erudition. We're now going to, as I said, head on back in. We have at least one try with it, because it will take a while for the decrepitude, or sorry, the affliction to become decrepitude. So we have at least one turn that we can try. Yeah, still getting worried about things. Okay, we're done here. The space inside the altar is filled with broken cups, every one painted red, every one scrawled with vile graffiti and otherwise fouled. The monks must have held great ceremonies of destination and kept the remains as trophies, buried among the cup corpses are other treasures. Okay, so we collect all of that and we'll see what other treasures we got. Okay, so we did get some more notoriety as well. So you can go sit up there for now. And, okay, so we have a book here, the Horus Book 2 in Latin, a 19th century reprint. Okay, by the indefatigable Nathaniel Darcy Evers of a 14th century Latin translation of a 4th century work. Okay, so you go up there because you need to be translated. We leave a gap so I know that you haven't been translated yet. The Magus von Brat's authentic and unique account of the true tongue of the true holy land of the highmost. Written excitedly and in most haste by a gentleman in a grip of a transcendentalist enthusiasm, but nevertheless a useful guide to Aramaic. Okay, so you are in, you're just, okay, so we can use you then to learn Aramaic. So we put you there, we don't need to translate you. Okay, next one, the Thirsting Tantra, C.G. Burial, the Temperance Campaigner, published elements of this in a pamphlet, which had to be withdrawn and destroyed after it became too popular. Okay? No. What is this one? Written in Sanskrit. Okay. So we can translate you as well. We leave a gap because we haven't translated yet. Against the Sisterhood of the Knot and the foulness of their depraved customs, Hieronymus Pseudo Hyper, was it? Oh, Hypner Rotomascus. What the hell kind of name is that? Wrote this furious screed about the sinister influence of the sisterhood on his own church of the unconquered sun. Okay, and that is in Greek, so we can put you there. And then this one, the entomologist Juliana Zawistowski eventually came to insist that this text was written by insects inhabiting a human skin. She never presented evidence for her claim. And that is in Sanskrit as well. Okay, so we pop you there. So all of those can be translated. Looks like we didn't get any items there, which is fine. Now we're not going to start another expedition right now because we've got way too much stuff on our plate anyway. We need to get on top of this whole notoriety situation and the evidence as well, because I have a feeling that he's going to go looking again pretty soon. When the sister and the witch came from the west, the Red Grail permitted their ascension, but then grew jealous of their power. It lured a great musician into the ranks of its names and caused him to be reborn from blood as a heart hour, so that the Grail might maintain dominion there also. But its victory is not assured. Okay, so we got, oh, Rite of the Sea feasting. Do we have that already? We don't. Okay, cool. Another new rite. We'll grab those. So you can go here, and you are this level. Okay, so that means now, given what we have, if we combine those two, and then, yeah, combine those two, and then we'll get one of those. Combine those two, get one of those, combine those two, and then we're going to have 12 strength heart. That is pretty decent. Obviously, the aim is to get 14 in as many as we can, because then that gives great flexibility in what we decide to do later, especially for things like rights and stuff. Okay, so with that said, what should we do here? We have some erudition. You have 170 and you have 157, and we got a 104 there as well. Glimmering has 106 or 108, sorry. You need, I think, glimmering. Yeah, you need glimmering. Okay, so let's combine those two first, because that glimmering will still be available when it's needed. And then we'll have to study for other glimmerings that we need later on, but at least it's a start. Okay, so please, please, please get rid of notoriety. No, he didn't. Okay, another peculiar rumor. Right, I think at this stage, Daedalus would kind of take Dorothy aside and say, "Listen, Dorothy, I don't know what's going on with you lately, but you're not really cutting it, and you know we're really worried about this situation." And with that said, we're going to ask Clovette to step in and see what she can do, and run that on. but I have a feeling he's going to go looking pretty soon. And if he does, then things could get very dangerous for us. This illness has damaged my health. I need to rest before I am fully recovered. So grab that. Now, oops, didn't mean to move you, sorry. Okay, so how long do we have on that? We have just under 3 minutes left on that. So we could do one more attempt there and then deal with it. We could also decide, listen, let's do 2 attempts and just live the fact that we're going to get an affliction, or we're going to get some decrepitude, and then try and sort it out later with a right to set it back to health. Because having decrepitude or the run ending, 2 very different things. Decrepitude is something, a bit of an inconvenience, but run ending is a lot more than that. Okay, now let's grab you and then pop you in there and start it up. Good. Okay. Okay, happy with that. So working is fine. So you have about 8 minutes left. You've got about 5 minutes, just under 5 minutes, and you have just over 3 minutes. Okay, fingers crossed. Nope. Last night, in the great pavilion above the great sprawl of the Bounds, a woman who once called herself Theresa Galmier sat on gilt-fringed cushions and offered me a horn cup of dream wine. The wine is imaginary, she explained, but the cup is not. To navigate the Mansus, one must understand the distinction. Perhaps one day you'll join me on the pilgrimage, or I'll join you. So here, let us share a secret. And her breath tickled my ear. Okay, cool. Do that. Right. Now. So you have 140 seconds. We can try one more time. And that's what we're going to do. That's what we need to do. Let's start you. Get that health in there. And just be lucky. That's all we need to do, right? Don't need to be good. Right now we need to be lucky. Okay, so you need this glimmering. We'll slot that there for you. You may require something else that I forgot about. Okay, so hopefully so she's gonna get rid of the notoriety. The problem is she took the older one. Uh-oh. Oh, this is not good. We didn't fix you. Their wounds are mortal. There's nothing to be done. Oh, no, no, no. So we're going to lose Sylvia now. We let her go too long. My follower is dying. Sorry, Sylvia, but we're just... It's crazy, right? We went from being very comfortable to Sylvia's going to die. We have 2 notoriety on the board and some tentative evidence. We know that, or we feel that the detective is going to go searching pretty soon. We've also, I can see we've got 2 dread there as well. And yeah, look at this. For whatever reason, the guys are just struggling to get rid of this notoriety. And we can't do anything for her now, unfortunately. Right, well, we're going to give Clavette another try. Maybe she can pull something out for us. Otherwise, it's going to be a restart, I think. Although we could, in theory, we could be cheeky. And we could get the... Could just do acceptance here and get an ending there as well, if we wanted to. But I'm not sure about that just yet. Okay. Fascination. Not what we're looking for. Last night in the billowing blue of the Lodge of the Sage Knight, I sat on velvet cushions and watched two dead contend with shining swords. They came with the place. Oh, sorry, they came with the place, said the woman who rules here now, the one who once called herself Galmier. I was not the Sage Knight, if that's what you're wondering. He went higher in the Mantis, long before I came here. My attention has drifted. The swords sparkle like falling water. The dead move like dancers. Okay, grab that. Okay, now we actually have we have time, just enough time to actually try another one. Well, the thing is as well, she's going to give us a corpse, right? And then that's eventually going to deteriorate into notoriety as well, which is not good. But that's all for the future. We've got to, right now, we've got to try and save ourselves in this moment. Okay, so you're looking for risk your health. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. We're risking a whole run right now, so risking your health is not a problem. Got just over 2 minutes left on that. Okay. You'll be fine because you've got plenty of dread to deal with you. Perhaps a spirit walks the house. Perhaps it's lost in the wood. To sink even lower, their mortal shell remains. Okay, collect that. Yeah, so that is going to become notoriety. So we're going to have 3 notoriety knocking about. These 2 are going to go around the same time. So it really is a matter of how long it's going to be before he goes searching again. But generally, I would expect him within the next 2 minutes to go searching. And if that happens, then we probably are a little bit screwed. So there's one of the notoriety gone in there. We have at least a chance to get rid of that. Again, it is the older of the 2, so there's no real benefit of that. If it taken that one, it would buy us an extra, what was it, about 10-20 seconds or so. Now here, this could be our savior, but it's not. Okay, let's do that. Last night I visited the Lodge of Sage Knight. My hostess manifested as an elegant woman with fashionably short hair and dark glasses. No, she admits, I don't need them any more than I need eyes. Allow me my sentimentalities, but you've come for knowledge, I expect. Here's a story I heard in my Kerisham days. You are welcome to it. Only remember me if you come to make the pilgrimage. Okay. So that didn't work. We're gonna have to assume that we can actually find a way out of this. So we're gonna have to repair that and not put ourselves in any more trouble. Really sorry for poor Sylvia though, because in the past she was really good for us. Got rid of a lot of evidence, even got rid of some damning evidence, which, you know, doesn't happen all that often. But now she's just going to be part of the problem and not part of the solution. We can actually use, yeah, let's do this as well while we're cleaning house. Do that. Okay, we're going to get some vitality out of this, which is good. Optimism is the spice which saves. Okay, perfect. Now, let's get Clovette again. And have another go at that. Now the thing is, yeah, that notoriety is there as well from the body, unfortunately. But at least we've opened up an avenue, a possible solution for us. We've got 70 odd seconds left on that. Okay, we got one funds for that. Okay, let's collect that, and then let's sell the other one as well, because we already know Latin, so there's no benefit to us keeping those. And if we study it, it doesn't give us higher levels. It just replaces this with a new one. And actually, it's a little bit inconvenient because that one will disappear and the new one will go down here. We'll have to put it over there. It's only a tiny inconvenience, but still. Why would you do that? Sometimes I've done it before by mistake. That is one reason why you would do that. Okay, so let's have some tea. Let's toast Sylvia. She was a really good servant to us, and we're really sorry for what's happened to her. Okay, so we got a health back at least. But I'd rather have Sylvia back, to be honest. Right. Now we're going to try again. We've had times when we've gotten the favor from authority, like we've had 2 of them sitting there. Oh, now we get an injury as well. Great. I've increased my mastery of the lore, unceasing, which we call by its aspect heart. Okay. So we did risk our health doing that, so we knew that. But now that is another thing that is queuing up to go in there, which is not great for us. Let's now do this one though. This is of course, there is of course no single Aramaic, but I will learn what I can. Okay, that's going to be helpful for us. Again, everything is assuming that we're not going to get caught. Although the odds are saying that we probably will get caught. Yeah, that's a good turn off for us because that took the newer notoriety. So if we do succeed in getting rid of it, then we just have to be lucky for the next 42.8 seconds and we're in the clear. We're still down a cult member, but we'll be in the clear. Okay, so we don't need to use that for that anymore, so we're going to use it for this instead. And we're probably going to go on a new expedition soon as well. Let's grab you and put you there. Oh man, look at the counter. Are we going to make it? Oh, we've actually gotten rid of that as well. Well done, Clavette. Okay, that is really good. Nobody else needs healing. I wish I'd healed Sylvia, but we had to take the chance to try and get rid. There's too much evidence mounting up, or notoriety mounting up. So, unfortunately for Sylvia, I guess she didn't get a proper burial, right? Because if she did, then there'd be a lot of questions asked about, you know, how did she die, etc., etc. Being, you know, a young woman in the kind of, you know, in full bloom, very healthy, and then suddenly she's dead. Like, yeah, definitely going to be asking questions about that. So instead, I imagine, like, who would we imagine would be the people who would bury your body? Saliba, I think, would be kind of would go there to tell others to do the actual burying. And I think probably Porter wouldn't have a problem with doing that. And Elridge is more kind of like creating bodies rather than hiding them. So there's probably going to be one of the, like, let's see, not Leo, maybe, no, not Tristan either, and not Laidlaw. There is one of the people that just does what they're told. No, not you either. Maybe Neville. Neville Gaze has grown furtive and his voice is sometimes shrill. He speaks freely of his dreams. Not even Neville. That's interesting. Because I know at lower levels, some of them just kind of hang on your every word, but I guess a lot of them are being affected by what's going on. Victor has sharpened his cunning to a concentrated point. Maybe we send Victor as well, so Saliba to lead the guys, Victor and Porter to actually do the work of carting the body and burying it somewhere it won't be found. Okay, but now it means that we can go on another expedition. Watch this now. Now that we don't need it, we will get a favour from authority. No, we don't. Okay, well that at least is comforting. Okay, we read that one quite recently, so we won't read it again. We'll pop you over there. I've achieved a basic understanding. Okay, so we now have Aramaic. So we can pop you here, and then we can sort these into... So you're Aramaic. Let's put you there for a second. You're Aramaic. Okay, these are all Aramaic then. Let's do that. And these must be in other languages. You're in maybe what? You're in Frisian, okay. And Frisian again. And okay, they're all in Frisian. So Frisian is the next language that we'd like to learn if we can. Okay, so study wise, you still need glimmerings. We just got a glimmering, so let's actually work on that. Let's put both of those in there. Start that. Okay, good. We're going to go back to the stag door, I think. So, oh no, we shouldn't have done that. Oh, this is going to be bad. Okay, reason there. Yeah, we shouldn't have done that because this okay, put that there. To remind ourselves, because that needs to go in there as soon as that is done. That's going to be some contentment for us. That's going to be some vitality. This place merits close investigation. So it is Grunwald's Permanent Circus, a tiny city of patched tents around a whitewashed farm. Hunched performers shiver in the dripping rain. Frau Grunwald has devoted her considerable fortune to the maintenance of this institution. Who knows why? The circuit performers dislike trespassers behind the scenes. Okay, so that would be one that would definitely require some edge. At least, like as talked about before, our way of dealing with those kind of things is if we need edge, we're gonna, like, if we have a choice between edge and something else, we're gonna do edge because we know guaranteed that edge is going to be one of the options, so we can kind of preload for it, whereas the others not so much. Some days are better than others. Sometimes the sky is nothing like a filthy sheet. Sometimes the river runs clear. Okay, grab you, and then you can go sit up there in case we need you at some point. Oh, great. Technical difficulties starting again, apparently. Screw you, stupid internet service provider. Yeah, started about 10 minutes ago. That's not good. Okay, let's try and write it out to start with. But as I said at the start of the stream, if this is going to be the same thing again, like, it's always around this time as well. So wherever my ISP is doing, this time they must be limiting everybody's internet or something. I don't know, but screw you, Air. That's the name of the ISP here in Ireland, the one I use at least. Now, we're going to go to the circus because we can. But as I said, yeah, at the start of the stream, if it's going to be like this for most of the rest of the evening, this series is going to switch to being a YouTube series, but recorded in the style of a live stream. So with the camera, obviously no chat because I won't be able to stream if these technical difficulties continue. But other than that, yeah, the same length, 3 hours or so in one sitting. Okay, so we're going to send you. We know we have edge people, so Rose is going to go. and then we're going to fund it. Okay, and then we can read this. The circus folk will be ready to take up arms against us, and the power in the circus we fear may be worm-touched. Okay, start that. Okay, that's our vitality, right? Yeah. My own heart pumps more strongly today. Okay, good. We should pop you over here. We'll use that one for you if we can. Then we don't need to talk to anyone right at the minute. Okay, so we're going to need to send somebody else. So we'll send Elridge along. Okay, so what do we need here? We need Lantern or Moth for you. Actually, let's send Cat along then. Get some Lantern there. Okay, good. Now I'm going to check in a second what the situation is with the technical issues, and we may have to restart the stream. But again, as I said previously, if it's a case where it's just going to continue for the rest of the evening, this series will convert to a YouTube one, and you will be able to find it posted probably at the same time, like the time that the stream starts every Monday, in the same format, just not being live streamed because my ISP are apparently assholes who can't deliver a steady connection at this time. Like for a full hour, no issues, and then it just gets around 6:30 or so an hour and a half without 30 minutes without issues, and then after that then it's like, no, we can't do that now. We could do it for 30 minutes, but not more than that. That's asking too much. Okay, anyway, last night Jerby was talkative. He spoke in a siege engine voice of the histories he's overheard in the waking world. I listened until the stories tailed off into weeping. Okay, so we grab those. Now, what do we need here? We need our glimmering, which we have, so we'll provide that there. Okay, and yeah, what we're going to do now is we're going to restart the stream and see if that has any effect. But I'm pretty sure at this stage that it's not my computer, it's not OBS, it's not Twitch, it is my ISP. But that doesn't mean that I shouldn't try, right? So I'm gonna give it a go. I will be back in about 1 minute's time, hopefully. So see you guys in a sec. Okay, we're back, and we'll see how it goes this time. Oh hey, Arexak. I hope you're back on. I'll give it a second, I guess, for the stream to come back, for things to catch up. Let me see here. Okay, that seems to be okay. So let's see what you said. It's fun to see how others lay out the cards. Yeah, it is. So for me, I don't have a yeah, hang on. No, I'll wait a second, because I don't think you're back yet. Oh, we should do that. So let me slot that there, and then I'm going to put in this vitality, and get this started. There we go. Okay. Okay, yeah, so for me, I don't really have a system as to how I lay my cards out, so almost every run I do it differently. The only things I do is, like, the lore cards here are in such a way that the that ones that will subvert another one are beside each other, so it makes it a little bit easier. Although I always forget whether it's the top one subverts the bottom one or the bottom one subverts the top one. But they are close together, so it doesn't take that much to do. My cult members are always kept together as well. But sometimes I had them over this side, sometimes over this side. My books are always together too. You have them left to right. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. And then I put, like, stuff that I don't, like the rights up here that I don't use that all that often, and then the other incidental cards, so the likes of Dread or Notoriety, etc., all go sit up here together. The detective always sits beside his evidence, and the Mantis cards, previously, I would have kept the Mantis cards beside my lore cards, but I changed that as well. And then my stats cards are always in one group together. And I'm not sure about, like, locations this time. So locations, I kind of, generally I would give them their own place where they would be in the tiers. So we'd have, like, if I moved that there and I used there, this would be the easiest tier, and then the greens would be next, and it would go down so that I'd have all of the ones with them. That helps with remembering. That's true. And then what else do we have? But yeah, one of the things I found as well was when I start first, let's run things on. When I start first, what I would do was I would lay things out, and these some of these would pop up and push cards away, and it'd be constantly when they came up. Like if this was here and I had cards there, I'd move it up here, and then I put the cards back. But then the thing is, the next time it pops up, it's going to go down there anyway, or something else is going to pop up down there. Okay, so we're getting ready for the next phase. We're going to send Slee along, I think. That will get us up to 10 lantern. So let's do that. And then the next person after that will be Elridge. Okay, so he's detective's going searching. He's only going to find the tentative evidence, which is fine. And it's good that he's going now as well, because that helps. That kind of helps us in the fact that he's less likely to go searching when we finish this, and there is actually notoriety for him to find. We're still having issues with the drop frames or skip frames, which I don't like, but we'll continue on for now. Right, so we're going to fix the injury. Still a bit sad about Sylvia. It's the first time in a long time I've had one of my cult members die, but it was, you know, it was kind of a desperate situation where there were other things that we need to prioritize. Yeah, those Madness and Shine events do that a lot. Also, the deceased heart. True, very true. You haven't played for a while, so not remembering. That's something I like about this game, is that I generally don't remember everything. I have to risk my health here, right? Yeah. I generally don't remember everything, and it actually makes it more fun. I find it at least more fun to play, because it means that certain things. Oh, it's reason, right? For there, yeah. Certain things will surprise me, and also it doesn't feel formulaic then. Okay, we can probably pop someone in. Our expedition plans for the next phase. Yes, so We're going to have Edge, so let's send Elridge this time. Okay, so he found nothing, which isn't surprising because tentative evidence is the only thing they could find anyway. My own heart pumps more strongly today. Let's grab that and pop that over there. Okay, and then work is done, but work is never really done. Okay, pop that on. Funds wise, we're going to have enough obviously until the end of the run. We could almost stop going to work now and be able to be fine with that. The sun and rags lends lantern light. It will almost certainly end this curse here. Okay, let's send Pope along as well and do that. Yeah, I wish my ASP would get better. That's my only thing. So I think my mind's almost made up in that this will go onto my YouTube channel as a regular Monday series, along with, so I've got a we got a priest playthrough on there as well, and obviously a whole other bunch of content on there as well, about 3,000 videos. Okay, what have we got here? Of the place my dreams took me last night, this has been written. The ascent is glass, the walls are knives, each step is blood. I did not climb far, the pain was too great. When I woke, that pain remained with me. A pain I could employ to occult purposes, if I hurry. So we're not going to use that, we'll just pop it up there until it disappears. No, we don't want you, we want you. Okay, and we provide reason. Oh, that went in the wrong one. Oh no, it didn't. Okay. Move that on. Okay, gonna get some restlessness there, but it's not really a problem at the minute. I've increased my mastery of lore. Okay, that's good. So it means those two are together. Now, what do we do? I think we do some translating next. So let's start with, let's make our way through all the books that we have that we can translate, and then we can start reading those as well. The Forge of Days waits in my dreams. If I learn the Forge's lore and I dream of this temptation, I can advance my purpose. The need gnaws at me. Yeah, but we're waiting until we're actually ready to pretty much blast through that and get to a conclusion with it. Which is not yet. We don't have enough things in place. We're still hunting for some Forge artifacts and working on our increasing our Forge lore as well. Okay, let's get that there. Now, what can we do here? Our power is stronger than the power that was here. The curse won't touch us. Okay, good. So now we can start sending people of other aspects as well. So Orclair can go along. Okay, so we'll go paint a river this time. Fascination. Not the best, but not the worst either. I dreamt of the manses behind the white door, of the great space above the orchard, the space that overlooks the bounds, the space where the vagabond once painted her river. Painted ships passed upon the painted river. I met the painted eyes of a painted captain. She saluted, and the motion was like the layered movement of clouds. The sail of the ship was amber, and the captain's eyes the green of new barley, and the river aquamarine. Now that I'm awake, I see those colours still. Okay. And we're going to go straight back in there. Oh, no. Let's not do that. That was definitely a mistake. Let's not you there. Yeah, we don't want to go for... anyone who doesn't know what just happened there is, if we put the passion there, we'll get an ending, which is where we basically give up our occult ways and settle down into a job instead. It is one of the easiest endings in the game to get, and then it would allow you to move on to a different, move on from the Aspirant and try one of the other characters instead. But that's not what we want to do. We're trying to get this ending here, Temptation Power, instead. So yeah, we don't want to do that. Right, let's run things on. Okay, so we've got some despair there, or some dread there, should I say. You have been translated, so we move you there, so we remember that. And then we'll go down to the next one. Start translating that. And then we have 5 more books to translate after that. Then we can start reading. Okay, so the lucky thing is that we do have 2 more Moth lore people. So, like, I think Moth and Heart, you get 3 of each, right? Yeah. And that, I guess the game did that on purpose, because that way then you can lose someone like we did with Sylvia, and still be able to function, which is important. In the red tent, a madness of paper, the circus folk have pasted diagram crowded paper to every surface. The anatomies of time, the sections of old weather. The place stinks of nowhere. We should burn it when we leave. A trestle table holds an unceremonious muddle of trophies and keepsakes. Okay, this is good, because this is the kind of stuff we're looking for, as opposed to, like, books are nice, but we're definitely out to try and find this kind of stuff. Right, so notoriety, you can go sit up there beside him. We're now going to give Dorothy a chance to redeem herself by getting rid of that notoriety. Otherwise, Clovette will take the reins again. Fascination can go up here. Okay, while we're here as well, we're going to go to the club to at least try to get some contentment. A dancer enters from the stage left, swathed in red bandages, tight as tendons. She peels one away. Another. Okay. Now let's see what stuff we have here. So we have some erudition, which may come in handy depending on what we decide to do with our studies. We have the Ivory Book, a manual of the Ordo Limine, an order of quasi-immortals who maintained a secret enclave at the source of the river Limia in the Rome province of Hispania Galatia. Okay, and you are written in Frisian? Oh, Frusine, okay. Well, we can translate you, so we pop you there. The jumble is something we can probably sell, so let's just put you there, because you don't really do anything else. Writing cowl. Lay your hand on these tattered folds and feel their warmth. Leave your hand upon it and it will explore the possibilities of embrace. Okay, so you're a 12 strength, so you can go there. These are all like 8. Okay, so you can go up here, this level. So this is the level that we're looking for, but we want to find a forge one instead of that one. Now here we got Sunset Passage, which is in Latin, a holy text of the Church of the Unconquered Sun, which in many histories was driven underground in Latin. Okay, so we put you there. We leave a gap so we know that you're not translated. Guardside Sanskrit Reader. Okay, you go there because you're going to be sold, because we've already got Sanskrit, so we don't need the reader for that. A true and accurate history of the Shadowless Kings. Isaac of Cart's History of the Shadowless Empire, and that is in Aramaic, so you can go there and you can be translated as well. Okay, good. Now, once the notoriety gets captured and this gets done as well, we can probably look to going on another expedition as well. Okay, so work is done, but not really, as always. Do that. Okay. This must be a trick. One cannot remove garments so softly that the bones beneath the skin are visible. Bone pink as peach flesh. Organs nestled like grapes. The lights dim. Gutter. Go out. And the stage's red star with them. All our lips are dry. So on that one we don't get contentment, so we're gonna have to try that again in wherever it is, 10 or 15 seconds. That we'll have to the timer on that, or the cooldown on it. Okay, we're going to try here. The painted river runs from a great chamber near the white door, far through the manses, to its far edge, where it enters the painted delta or far cloud. A voyage half his length last night, with a stern-faced captain, beneath a rust-red sail. As the clouds rose before us, the sailors raised the yearning shanty, and close-hauled the sails to best use the painted wind, and all the while the captain and I discoursed on the secrets of the House of the Sun. Okay, grab that. So again, it's some erudition that we may or may not use in the future. At the moment, it's kind of leaning more towards may not use, honestly. Okay, let's pop you in there and run things on. Right. We could try fix that. It's not that we need it. It's just nice to be able to do things like that. Let's grab that. So you have been translated, so we can put you there. Then let's come back up here and translate this one as well. Okay. So we're gonna try this again. Hopefully it works this time. Oh, we're gonna get fascination instead. Great. We might get, but I think fascination also gives the contentment, which would be good. In tonight's performance, Amethyst, a net-wielding hunter, pursues a veil-winged woman through a murmuring maze of leaf-clad dancers. Each movement is underwater slow. Okay. Yeah, we did get the contentment. That's good. The lights go down very gradually as the performance ends. There is no applause. We each drift into the street, alone with our dream. Okay, grab that. So 2 fascination there, which won't really be that much of a problem because this is going to give us a fleeting reminiscence, which can get rid of one of those anyway, and we will over time get another dread, which will help. And that's all if it actually pops up to go searching for it in the first place. Okay, now next thing, probably go here. Yeah, let's go here. Chateau Raveline, the favorite stories of the Comtesse de Raveline claim they descend from the first Sun King. Other stories have them prowling the forest in wolf shape. They are long gone. Their rotting chateau remains. Not all its malignites have been uncovered. Okay, so this time I think Tristan is going to lead us there, and then we're going to send Rose as well, and we shall fund it. The remote and rotting chateau of Comtesse des Raveline was looted long ago. We have found hints that it was not looted thoroughly enough. There may be a secret room. Equally, there may be a curse. Okay, so I'm thinking we take you out for now and put Eau Claire in. So it sounds like curse is probably winter, and then secret room could be, we could go knock, we could go lantern, or sometimes even forge can work for that as well. Let's stick with what we have at the minute and see how things work out for us. Right. Nice, we got rid of the notoriety. And we can send someone else now. Aspirant plans for the next challenge. Okay, so let's send you along. So that's going to get us to 10 winter. And then we're going to start sending... let's actually have a look at these. Hidden doors can be found with lantern or knock. Yeah, so we send lantern after that. We need heart or lanterns. Oh, heart or lantern. Okay. Luckily, I checked that then. So let's take you out. Let's send you along. So that's something about the harder, later level ones, that you will get some overlap in the aspect that's needed for things. And that's why I like to read those, because I don't always remember what I should be putting in, and it gives you can see that tactile option there to double up on something as well. Also, they're just really well written, and there's no point in not reading them. Last night Jerby was talkative. He spoke in his siege engine voice of the histories he'd overheard in the waking world. I listened until the stories tailed off into weeping. So you grab those. You then grab that as well, and we can get our work going again. Okay. Then we can get you going as well. Pop a reason in there. Dwarf of Despair prowls elsewhere. Okay, so grab that. So yeah, you can see that the fascination now has been captured, but we do have one of those on standby, and we will get Dread pretty easily, I would imagine. Let's run things on. Okay, about to finish in translation there as well, which is good. Still have another 7 books to translate. Grab that, you can move there because you're translated. Now let's start on the Sanskrit stuff. Going. Okay, so that is going to allow us to send someone else. So let's send Slee along. Then the next time we get a chance, we'll send some funds just to help them out. Okay, so that's going to be an affliction that we need to take care of. So I need to remember once it's done to put it up there. So don't forget to actually get rid of it. Let's go with you this time. I visited the Scent of Knives last night, the harshest of roads to the house. It has been sacred to the Menascate and the Sun and Rag since the Intercalate, when the true sun was divided. When I woke, my room was freezing. The chill of it had cracked the window glass. Okay, grab those, and then we can go straight back in again. You can go sit up there. Okay, work is done. Get it started again. Our expedition plans for next phase. Okay, we actually still got one fund. So, we need heart or lantern. Let's send Dorothy along, get some heart in there as well. I don't think, you can't really double up, as in send 10 lantern and 10 heart, and get, end up with 20 against the thing, but I suppose knowing that mechanically it doesn't work doesn't mean that, in terms of our own story that we wouldn't send someone who we thought would have a better chance of getting rid of it. That's the thing as well with things like this, where you've got your own little story running alongside the game. You can't lean too much into the mechanics. With that, sometimes you just got to go with the narrative. Okay, so we have the affliction. Now, where did that go? Because normally it goes there. Where did it end up? I know you're somewhere, Mr. Affliction. And hopefully I do find you. Oh, there you are. Okay, so be there. Yeah, normally it goes where the health is. But I guess for now it's there. Okay, so as soon as you're done, you can pop it in there. Let's try you again. Okay, that's the one that we got recently, so we won't read it. We'll read it the next time you see it. You can go sit there. Then we do need to get rid of you, so do that, and then pay some funds and run on. Mirrors are calm, the sun is steady, the glory recedes. I'm saying that means anything. Okay, grab that, and you can pop up there. Good. Right, so next thing. No, you don't need anything. You definitely don't. Oh, you do need something. Look. Oh, I missed it. The kernel is the first arrow, but a power which knows light. And he has survived worse. His power will almost certainly protect us. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be fine there. But I would have liked to have sent something else as well if I could. Or somebody else or more funds. One or the other. Okay, let's keep going there. There's translation done as well, so you move over there. Okay, we're getting through the books, which is good. We are going to get more that are going to need to be translated, almost certainly from here. And actually, maybe it's a good time now. Let's get Claudette on the case. Now, we might be going a little bit early. And again, kind of what we talked about earlier is I like not knowing exactly when you're supposed to send the person, because again, that is going too much on the mechanical side of things, I feel, and not enough on the narrative side of things. So just having a chat with Claudette and saying, listen, the guys are out there at the moment. I want you to, go out into the area and just have a bit of a look around and see if they've, left any incriminating evidence about. And if they have, do your best to try and get rid of it. Okay, so we are going to send some funds because we don't have any, and we don't want the expedition to fail due to lack of funds. Don't have to spare prowls elsewhere. Okay, pop you there. The sick room grows close and stale. Time to get up. Okay. Now we can head back in there. Provide that. Okay. You can go sit up there. Translation done. Okay, so right now it's only the stuff that's in Aramaic left, which is pretty nice. Okay, work done again. Okay, so that was actually pretty nicely timed in the end. Notoriety got captured. The last treasure of the Cultist, the Raveline, lie here, in a surprisingly airy room. High skylight windows have long since broken, and the floor is lost underneath leaves and debris. But once the place was furnished as a nursery. Here's a cradle with the skeleton of a puppy. Okay, so let's see that. Oh, hang on. What are you? Oh, 4. Okay. Cinnabar amulet. Scarlet is the color of heat. Mercury holds one key to an ultimate dissolution. Okay. So unfortunately, it's only a level 4. We'll pop it there. And then we have some more books that are also probably going to be... you're Aramaic, so yeah, you need to be translated. You are in... Is that Frisian or Fusine? Fusine. Okay. So you need to go there because you need to be translated. And then the last one, Book of True Blood, is in Latin. And you need to be translated as well. Okay. So a work by Cassius the Thoman. Then the High Mysteries of Innermost. The High Mysteries of the Innermost Chamber of our Church Solar. Secret Rites of the Church of the Unconquered Sun, which held power in at least 2 histories. Okay. And then this one, the Morphy Codex, a text of the Sisterhood of the Knot, unearthed by Evan Morphy. Okay, cool. Now, we should pop that in there and find a new place to go on an expedition to. Okay, so notoriety was gotten rid of. Great. It's a pity that they weren't so slick at it earlier when we end up having to lose Sylvia. But hey, you can't have everything, right? Okay, so we're back in here again. We're going to go there. Okay, that's why. There's a great chamber in the Manchester... no, we've read that recently. So we won't read it again. Or we'll read it later. Once you get a few others in between. Okay, let's go there again. I'll be there. Good. Okay, one thing's on. Okay, so we are good then once you find this place to actually go straight there for an expedition, because there's no evidence against us. There's no notoriety for him to find either. So we can just get straight out there, which is great. Okay, other translation done. Head back up to Latin and translate you. This place merits closer investigation. So Tower, Ravik, the blasted stump of a building, the air festers. Whatever power destroyed this place still clings. Only one floor remains above ground, but we suspect more space below. Okay, so grab that, and then it is going to go straight back in there. Okay, so Balsine's going to lead this one. Now, below, it's kind of, let's send out Claire, get some winter there. So we forge in winter to start with. Not sure exactly what we're going to be facing, but we'll do that at least. Okay, and let's see. We'll have to search assiduously to find whatever treasures might remain, and if the tower was truly destroyed in a battle between the depths, dangerous influences may still cling to it. Okay, start that and see how it goes. Get you going as well. Mirrors are calm, the sun recedes. The sun is steady, the glow recedes. I'm saying that means anything. Okay, and we'll go for you again. Okay, fascination. No, we've read that recently as well. Okay, I think this time around we will read whatever it is that comes up, because we've done enough skipping, and I just love reading those things. Okay, and we read you already, so you can go there and run things on. Yeah, I'm really kind of like mixed emotions. Well, not really mixed emotions, because they're all kind of negative emotions, but like the whole thing with my skip frames and stuff is, first of all, really frustrating, because I really enjoy streaming, but I want to present something that is of good quality to people and not have skip frames all over the place. So like there's this feeling of frustration. Then there's also a feeling of anger in that, like, we pay a pretty penny for my internet, and it's supposed to be fiber, and I don't see why a fiber internet would be so bad that it wouldn't be able to handle something like this. Okay, so we need Heart or Grail lore there, and we need Lantern or Knock. Okay. Right, so let's send some Lantern. Then we're going to go Heart after that. Actually, Grail, because we haven't. Grail people don't get to go often enough, I feel. So maybe Saliva after having buried Sylvia, or, well, led the mission at least to bury Sylvia, can go on an expedition. Okay, so you've been translated, you can move over there, and come down to Fusain, and get you going. But yeah, I feel a bit sad that it looks like today will be the last stream for a while until, you know, my ISP does some whatever the hell they have to do to improve the service around here. But yeah, it's just nice, you know, being able to chat with people as you play. But let's see what we're going to do here. So we're going for the hidden door, which means more Lantern. So let's send Slee, so that gives us 10 Lantern. Then at the next opportunity we'll start sending some Grail people. Right. Okay, whatever we got here, we're going to read it. So let's go for you. The painted river runs from a great chamber near the white door, far through the mantis, to its far edge, where it enters a painted delta or far cloud. I voyaged half its length last night with a stern-faced captain, beneath a rust-red sail. As the clouds rose before us, the sailors raised the yearning shanty, and close-hauled the sails to best use the painted wind, and all the while the captain and I discoursed on the secrets of the House of the Sun. Okay, grab that. Now, let's get this sorted first. Then you get that started and slot that, which is good. Okay, and run things on. So again, he's searching, he's not going to find anything. And it's always nice when he goes searching in the middle of an expedition, because he's less likely to go searching right at that point where the notoriety shows up at the end. So it means that you at least have a bit of leeway in terms of getting your own person out there to try and get rid of it. Okay, so we got some dread there. So we're probably going to have to generate some contentment soon-ish. There's no rush on it, but soon-ish we should be thinking about that. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get some as a byproduct of something else, but we'll have to see. Okay, so he didn't find anything, as we suspected. Right, so now it's Grail people. Our exhibition plans for next. Yep, next phase. Okay. So send you along. Okay, we'll go for you. Yep, and that's why. Looking for those higher level things if we can. There's a great chamber in the mantis through which a painted river flows. The vagabond, it is claimed, painted it from memory in the years before she left the house. Certainly there are histories concealed in its design. I traced them with my hand last night. There were fragments of aquamarine paint beneath my nails, flecks of gold leaf when I was done. Okay. Like those, and straight back in. There's no point in going for the spider door because that requires a the red grail's hungers should preserve us from the curse. Well, let's send Rhaenyra and hopefully that will help us out a lot more. Okay. The Red Grail's vigor will almost certainly preserve us from the curse. Okay, that's even better. Good. Oh, now he's... Okay. Yeah, it is obviously possible for him to go again. I think maybe he's still gone a little bit early. I think we still might be okay with that. Right, so we're nearing the end of our translation exercise, but we're also nearing the end of another of these as well. So it's possible that we're going to get more books that will put us back a bit. Our power is stronger than the power that is here. The curse won't touch us. Okay, great. Don't need to worry about any more injuries then. Okay, now. Yeah, I think he might just miss it. So we're going to get Dorothy on the case now. Start chatting about stuff. We may be a little bit early as well. Okay, this time we're not going to take the chance and we're going to grab this instead. Last night Jeremy was talkative. He spoke in the siege engine voice of the histories he'd overheard in the waking world. I listened until the stories tailed off again into weeping. Okay, so we've plenty. How many of those do we actually have? Let's go have a look. So we've 8 of these, 20 of those, which obviously could be combined to give us 10 of these. And that's something that we might do, given that we want to get this level of stuff. We want to get ones that are 12 strength. Okay, we are going to send some funds along. Again, we don't want the guys coming back saying, listen, we got past everything, but we ran out of funds, so we had to come back. Oops. That was not what we wanted to do. Let's put you back and slot you in there. Okay, good. I'm always the last to leave, even after the Elder Glover. Okay, so yeah, I'm safe for now. My adversary has not enough evidence to bring a case against me, and they found no new clues. So he's gone hunting in like twice in a very short span. So it's very unlikely that he'll do that again. So we should have at least one attempt without him interfering to try and get rid of the notoriety. Okay, you're done. You grab those. You can go sit there. Now, this could be an issue, so we do need to go to the club as soon as we get the chance. We slot you over here. You are... No, you should be down here. Your erudition. Although, realistically, you should be over here. Okay, so again, good timing on that. Not that we are trying... Like, we're obviously trying to get decent timing, but we're not kind of... I'm not looking at exactly when is the perfect time to do it. We're just getting lucky, I think. Bundle the books into a sack. Hurry up. The handholds to the tower stump. The sky above ripples with cobalt aurora. The hills around are washed with shudders of blue light. There is a high and singing sound from the stones of the tower as we leave. Lightning cracks from the sky, and suddenly everything is silent. The tower stump is gone. Okay, so obviously not a place you can go back to again, but it's the case for many of those places anyway. Okay, now it looks like a lot of books and not much other than that. Okay, so first one, the Furious Tantra, is in Sanskrit, so you go sit there. I think we already have, yeah, we had you already. So next, the Twin Serpent Tantra, Tantra shrouded in particular obscurity, also in Sanskrit. What was this one? The Furious Tantra, as later transcribed by the medium and pyrotechnician Jacob Oliver Top Mugglestone, or Mugglestone. Oh, hang on, it was you, right? No, it was you. Oh, no, it was you. Tradition has it that he found it seared in the bark of an oak by lightning. Okay? A book of bleak prophecy, which is in... what is this? VAC. Okay, we don't have VAC, so you can go sit down there for the minute. Okay, now we are going to go to the club because we got one dread in there. We got another one that's about to appear up there. We do not want to get ourselves into any trouble there. The drinks, the songs, the lights, the arching walls, the smoke blue haze, the press and sway of clothed and unclothed flesh. Okay, put that on. And once it's done, we will search out another one of these. Why do we need to combine you anyway? That is a glimmering. And... no, we don't need that. That is erudition. So we need both, I guess, for that. Okay. Let's go there. We won't read that one because, again, we've seen it often enough recently, I think. No, I think he should be there because there's one there that's going to move there. Oh, and looking at that, we did get some contentment anyway. So we didn't need to go there. Some days are better than others. Sometimes the sky is nothing like a filthy sheet. Sometimes the river runs clear. Collect you. Oh, and we actually... There was another one that went in there as well. So, contentment to overload at the minute. I purchase pleasure. I reel home in the ungodly hours and collapse into bed. Okay. Now, let's search out this place. Optimism is a spice which saves. Certainly saved my ass lately. We said we wouldn't read that. Go sit over there. Okay, good. One thing's on. Another translation completed. Go for the next one. We'll actually finish off the Aramaic books for now. Okay, we're definitely making progress. Would be nicer though to find you know, if we could find that forge lore item or tool, that'd be great. Okay, let's go here, and that's why. Okay, we read that one pretty recently, so let's just grab you straight back in. Door of Despair prowls elsewhere. Okay, so again, we got a bit of a queue on this dread side of things, but we're okay. This place merits close investigation. The Cursed Kuznetsov endowment. Prince Kuznetsov gave 1/4 part of his blood-soaked fortune to the establishment of a department for eschatology at this provincial university. The staff have grown peculiar now, and the buildings fester in a freezing swamp. But some of Kuznetsov's bequest, perhaps, was spent on treasures. Okay, grab that, and then we're going to explore it straight away. So let's send you. Let's send Rose, because we haven't had any anything that required fighting in a while, and we're hoping for one now. Okay. The journey to the endowment building is not long, but the ground is difficult. We have sent 3 times for permission to visit and received a less friendly answer each time. No doubt the staff will attempt to forbid our entry. Okay, that certainly sounds like a fight. Does your cult have a path yet? So our cult is unflinching order. So that's what we are following, and what we're going for in terms of our victory or ending is we're going to go for temptation power, which means that to do that, I'm looking for an artifact that will be 12 strength forge lore, and then also I'm gonna, once I have that, I'm gonna finish off getting this up to 14 strength, and with those then we will then start working on progressing that. There's no point, I feel, at this stage in progressing it now, because we don't have everything in place, and I'm sure you've played this game probably enough times to know that once your temptation gets to a certain level, it's going to start asking for something that I need to provide, and if I can't provide it, its level is going to drop down to a floor, and it's going to be wasted effort to do that. So instead, what I like to do is try and get either everything that I need to get her, or get to the point where I've got most of the things I need, and then I have a mechanism for providing the other things that I don't have at the moment, but that I will need at certain points. Have a mechanism for providing those on a kind of regular basis. I don't have that in the works at the minute, but it will be at the minute. Blood sacrifices and such. So the blood sacrifice thing I'm doing a priest run on my YouTube channel, which is the priest actually has a special ending to do with injuries and stuff, and you end up sacrificing a lot of your cult to do that. So I'm going to do that for that one. There is one. What is it? So for this one, if you wanted to do I think it's the forge. Yeah, if you want to do the forge ending for the cult, there is a lot of blood sacrifices involved in that one. I know that. And we did that one before, where we had a lot of these hangers-on got promoted and then got turned into prisoners that we then used as our blood sacrifices. Luckily, we didn't have to sacrifice any of the actual cult members in the end for that one. But yeah, that kind of stuff I tend to do at the point where it's needed. So at the moment we don't need to do those kind of things. So I'd rather not have prisoners lined up, because then you're going to end up generating notoriety. And obviously if you're going to end up with corpses as well, you can get into a bit of a spiral there. Our expedition plans for next challenge. Okay, so let's see. We need forge or lantern, so we have forge already. The next one then, yeah, we're going to set Eldritch for that, so that will provide some edge. And then for you, we're going to need lantern or knock. Okay, so after we send him, we're going to start sending lantern. Okay, let's grab that again. Okay, another one of those, great. So again, we won't read it because we're getting a lot of those recently. But I'll probably read it the next time. Let's run that on. So again, it's good that the detective is going searching now, because it's less likely that he's going to go searching when he's, has a chance to find the notoriety that we're going to generate here. Okay, so lantern, let's send cat. We send cat, and then we'll send slee, and then if we get a chance, probably pope afterwards as well. We'll see. But we probably should. No, we've got 2 edge people already, so we don't really have to go with another edge. So now we can do our last translation, which is good. So let's do that and run things on. Okay, nice. I'm just going to pour myself a drink. Let's pause for a sec, because there's a couple of things that need to be sorted out there. Yeah, normally I'd have a break at this stage and make myself a fresh cup of tea, but I don't have water in my kettle now, so it'll take a bit more time than I would feel comfortable with taking a break, so we'll just have some 7-Up instead. Other fizzy carbonated beverages are available, as they say on the BBC. Okay, let's see, let's get that going. One thing's on, so now that needs to go there so we remember next time. And okay, so how are we doing here? A promising route reveals itself as a sucking snare. We'll have to go around and try again. So that means someone's going to get injured. Not good. And then we're going to have to replace whoever it was with someone of the same aspect, if possible. Okay, one dread is going away there, so then that's not really a threat on its own. Okay. Grab that, pop it over there. We've got tons of erudition stacking up there. Did we just... Oh, I think we just paused it. We did, yeah. Okay. Let's go there and there. Right. Okay, plans for the next challenge. It'll consume funds. I can add funds now or could send... Okay, so we already have funds. Right, so we have 10 forge. So the first one, forge our lantern. Let's send Slee to get 10 lantern there as well. We could obviously send Tristan there and make it 20 forge, but I'd rather make it 10 lantern now. And then that's going to help us later with finding the concealed door as well. Okay, that is all of the translation done. So now we're going to start reading some of these books. This volume deals mostly with the linesmith, that the Tribune of Scars, and their enmity. Okay. Start that. Okay. So that's your kind of new home now, I guess. Okay, the Watchman will clear our sight so that we can almost certainly pass without error. Okay, good. Now, let's send you. So we're going to get 24s here anyway. So you've got some good strengths there now, I feel. So it would, again, it's, you know, luck can go against us. I think we're going to grab you this time. And we are going to read this one this time as well. Last night Jerby was talkative. He spoke in his siege engine voice of the histories he'd overheard in the waking world. I listened until the stories trailed off again into weeping. Okay, grab that. And then we can go... Oh, no. We shouldn't do that. We should sort this out first. Okay. Yeah, don't forget your illness. Yeah, I know, almost did. Yeah. Yeah, I do that as well. Luckily, if you do forget, you still have time to get round to it, but it can be so easy to just get into a habit, you know, muscle memory of, okay, Mantis finished, start Mantis again, forget your injury, then say, make a mental note, hey, better not do that again. Comes around again, muscle memory, do it again. That's very, very, unfortunately, very often. Oh, I forgot to read that. That's unfortunate. Let's read you next. The Legion's legate answered directly to the hour, called the Tribune of Scars, and was promised immortality if he died in battle. Okay, well, lucky for him, I guess. Yeah, I remember the first time I did it, and I got decrepitude, and I didn't know what to do with it. And then, I think a couple of runs later, the same thing happened again. So I did the Forge's Redemption, which will turn it from decrepitude back into health. And then I also took part of that as a video, like made a separate video to show people how to do that, because it was very hard to actually find out how to complete that right. So that's up there on my channel with my other stuff. Now, supplies are low. Okay, so we should definitely send funds. I think the books mechanics, I like the book mechanic most. Yeah, I really like the book mechanics as well, because you get some fantastically written story from it, and it gives it to you in stages as well, so you can actually see a progression. And then with that, then you're getting lore that can help you with stuff. So there's a kind of nice little chain there that runs through it. And like the great thing about this game, I think, is that a lot of the stuff is very simple, but it's done really well and really elegantly. And the way they have so many interlocking systems as well works so great together. The sick room grows close and stale. Time to get up. Okay, grab you. Now we can go back to the Mantis. The only thing I haven't liked about the... Hang on. Yeah, we need to send more funds there. The only thing I haven't liked about the game is the Exile DLC, because it almost takes the base game and turns it on its head, where in the base game you are enjoying discovering the lore and, you know, going through different pieces and exploring places and stuff like that, and going at a kind of a, okay, so that is a bit of an issue, but we should be okay there. Yeah, I'll read that in a second. I'll finish my thought first. So you have like moments like this where we've just gone up to two dread, and if we get a third one, then you've got that small little panic where you're thinking, oh god, this could end my run, and then you have to scramble and do stuff, and there's that heightened intensity and tension, and then you either your run ends or you find a way to get around it, and then you feel like that's a good feeling of being able to avoid that and be able to continue your run. And you get, you know, with this game, you get those a little bit here. Like we had, like, Sylvia died on us earlier in the stream as well. And again, it's just some great immersion in some really well written lore, some really nice mechanics that, as I said, all kind of fit together. And then you have these blips of almost panic and intensity that goes along with it. Whereas the Exile flips that on its head. You've got just constant, I feel at least, constant intensity and feeling like you are just under attack all the time. And then only rare moments of discovering some new lore or having some tranquility. And it didn't feel right to me. Some people might enjoy that. For me, I tried it. I might at some stage in the distant future try the Exile again, but right now, I don't think I will. It gets really intense when you get Madness and Despair sealing each other's cards. Yeah, that's the thing that can really screw you over, because if you get the Madness first, it's fine because the Fascination will take the Dread, and it will just cancel itself out. So here, like, if we got a Fascination there, it'd actually be a help to us because it might intercept the Dread for us. But I think one of my runs ended because I had 3 of each sitting on the board, and I hadn't, like, it was just at that stage I didn't really understand the mechanics behind the things, and it ended up being like one of the 2 of them got me in the end. Good thing DLC is optional then. It is, but a lot of the DLC I think is really good with the game. Like, as I said, I'm doing a priest playthrough as well on my YouTube channel, and that one is fantastic. That really added a lot of nice lore to the game as well. Okay, let's read this one then. Read Book of the True Blood. In the final part, Cassius confesses to being a former legate. He recounts his terror of the Tribune and divulges the secret lore of the Golden General, the champion of the Shadowless Empire, the enemy of the Tribune, in the hope that the Tribune will someday be undone. Okay, so we've got some edge lore there as well. Okay, there we go. So I think this is the most edge lore I've ever got in one of my playthroughs. Generally, I don't see that much of it. Obviously, a lot of it is kind of random what you get, but still. Priest or police? Priest. Yeah, I've done the priest one. I want to do the dancer. This one, once I get an ending, hopefully get an ending with this one, I want to try the dancer. Yeah, the priest one I found good because I kind of, I like to do a bit of role play as well, especially with my YouTube stuff. And with that, it kind of allowed me to role play as the cult coming to the church and meeting there, and parishioners overhearing things and reporting it to the detective and stuff like that as well, and the parish council having an issue with our character not doing his duties and stuff like that as well. So it's kind of like, it's all just in here in my head, and then I blurred it out or blurred it out when I chat on my videos, but it's just kind of, it's nice imagery, I feel. The church revered in this sun and splendor before it was divided, but even while it was still whole, its later selves were recognized as its names. The Madrigad of Curse presided over death and the passage into the house. Okay, so let's look at that. I should also drink some of the drink that I poured myself. Okay, so he finds nothing again. I would say for now my attitude is not enough evidence to bring a case against me, and I found no new clues. Okay, so I think about now is maybe a good time to have a chat with you. We might be a little early as well, but hey ho. Their blood pumps bright, then dark. They should not have opposed us. We move on. Actually, we have gone a little early because we still got one more layer to get through. I think we got enough lantern, but if we get the chance, we'd probably send Pope as well, just to boost it up a little bit. Okay, so we'll do that. Fascination. Okay. So yeah, here we have one of those situations we were talking about where we just got a fascination there. It will hopefully intercept any dread that was bound for here and maybe help us out a little bit. Obviously, if we can provide a dread in there and get rid of it, wouldn't be too bad. It means there won't be two things that we need to worry about. I think we'll read this one. I dreamt of the manses behind the white door, of the great space above the orchard, the space that overlooks the bounds, the space where the vagabond once painted her river. Painted ships passed upon the painted river. I met the painted eyes of our painted captain. She saluted, and the motion was like the layered movement of clouds. The sail of the ship was amber, and the captain's eyes the green of new barley, and the river aquamarine. Now that I'm awake, I see those colours still. Okay, grab that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this just to keep a lid on this one here because we've got a while before we can go to the club. So let's just do this, get ourselves one contentment just to bump that down one and not have to panic too much about it. In times of special crisis, I might visit a discreet pharmacist to purchase a tincture of opium and make my dreams sweet, but only in times of a special crisis, which now kind of is. If we were at 3, it would be definitely crisis. Okay, run that on. But now, yeah, don't need to worry too much about it. Okay. So let's send funds there. We'll almost certainly find this hidden door. Hope so. So contentment's gone there as well. Oh, that deep peace. But I should not do this again. But really the penalty for doing it again, you're going to get an affliction, which isn't too bad. It just means that you're tying up your dreams for a while, but when you don't really need to be dreaming too much, it's not too bad. Like the mantis I see as a kind of a bonus. The white ceremony was spoken to honour the Madrigad at the funerals held in the chilly space before dawn. The text cautions that all blades should remain sheathed while the ceremony is spoken, lest the corpse be not quiet. Okay? A white ceremony. Okay, let's grab that. Now you can go here. And we'll study the next text there. Hieronymus claims that the powers served by the Sisterhood of the Knot made an arrangement. The Thunderskin loved the Hue. The Grail destroyed him. As restitution for the destruction of the Axe's loved ones, Hieronymus's writing becomes incoherent with rage at this point. Okay, interesting. Okay, so we can pop back in there for the minute and slot you and run that on. Okay, yeah, so you went a bit too early. Actually, maybe you'll be okay. We'll almost certainly find this hidden door. Actually, no, because it's got one more round to go, right? Yeah. Faint lines of stone, a surface that yields to pressure. We found it. The door moves with a grating shudder and a shower of dust. Okay, so we're going to have to get her going again. Let's do that straight away, because we know the notoriety is coming. But now, he's got a decent chance of grabbing it before us now. Because the timing was a little off, but again, I'd rather have those things happen than it be a case where I knew exactly when to do it every time. I think that would just be boring. Let's go for you again. We won't read that because we've gotten it again recently. Grab that, and we'll add you to the stack over here. Okay, good. My own heart pumps more strongly today. Okay. Hieronymus recovers his composure eventually to describe how the Thunderskin entered Damascus through the Peacock Door. This, Hieronymus insists, is abomination upon abomination, but that most abominable of doors has always been an abomination. Okay. Oh, nice. We got another one of those. Cool. That's another chance to get the item that we're looking for. Okay, now, back into the Mantis. And slot you there. Good. And let's actually start reading some of this Aramaic stuff. So, let's pop you in there. The account of Kanishk at the Spider's Door. Kanishk sought to become a name in pursuit of that end. He made Loch Kahuli the vessel of his appetites, promising Loch that they would ascend together. At the Spider's Door, he betrayed his lover. Of course he did, because the Spider's Door requires a sacrifice. Right, so we've one left there, right? Yeah. We may get another one, but two. Oh, we won't, because now we just got some contentment out of that. Brilliant. Some days are better than others. Sometimes the sky is nothing like a filthy sheet. Sometimes the river runs clear. Okay. And then we're done here as well. A portrait of a genially smiling man, dark skin, bright eyes, neither hair nor eyebrows, watches over the ruined library. It is titled "Don't Mind Me," and signed with an indecipherable serpentine scrawl. The paint is peeling. It watches us with its benevolent smile as we find intact treasures among the swollen books on the shelves. Okay, so let's see what we got. A lot of books and scrolls, it looks like. Not too many items. Okay, so first one is the Encircling Tantra. The explorer and entrepreneur T. Everett Duplantis once attempted to plunder the temple where this text was held. His fate is recorded in an appendix. Okay, and it's written in Sanskrit, so we put it there. We leave a gap so we know that it's not translated. Next one, The Burning Woman, a transcription of the play by Menander the Victor, possibly the dramatist of that name, into Frisian with commentaries. Okay, so Frisian can go here because we don't know it yet, right? Yeah, okay. Next, The Iron Book, a manual of Ordo Limine, an order of quasi-immortals who maintained a secret enclave at the source of the river Limia in the Roman province of Hispania Galicia. Okay, and that is written in free sign, so we can translate that. We leave a gap. Next, the known unknown Tantra. Carlos Garcia Saudi, the ecstatic mystic of the Pyrenees, was known to recite this in 3 languages, though he has never visited the subcontinent. Okay, and that is written in Sanskrit. Next, the Silver Book, a manual of the Ordo Limine, an order of quasi-immortals, who maintained a secret enclave at the source. Okay, okay, so that's the same text as that one, although be it a different book. On Matthias and the Amethyst, Imago Pursuit. The diagrams and illustrations, even across the centuries, are elegant, hypnotic, and occasionally erotic, in Aramaic. Okay, so you can sit there, again, leave a gap. Okay, so you've captured the notoriety, so we should search for, actually, yeah, because that's done. We don't need to go to the club. Let's search out another place and see what we find. Okay, got those. Again with that, we'll grab this. Okay, perfect. Another possible site for us. Yeah, we want to slot these, get that going. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so we're gonna have to try that again. Let's pop it up there beside you. That doesn't really matter. Okay, let's switch to Clavette then. Give her a try. Oops, I mean to pull the whole thing into view. Okay. The Chiliarch listened to the betrayal and then forced Kanishk into his service. The Chiliarch cannot be denied. Loch Kahuli remained to write this work and to describe the outer magics of struggle and contest. Okay? Wow. More edge lore. Like, if we ever wanted to go for an edge victory, that would be it, right? Although, obviously not an edge cult. Dwarf Despair prowls that swear. Okay, so we can get back into these again and slot that there. We'll now, let's read another Aramaic one, so pop you in there. Calais verses are brief, obscure, and often dominated by images of violence. A star is a pinprick, but the sun is a wound. I think it's really great how they draw these equivalencies between, you know, things that you wouldn't normally connect together. But the writing, whoever the writer is, did a fantastic job of doing that, I feel. Mirrors are calm, the sun is steady, the glory recedes. I'm sane, if that means anything. So we can grab you, and you can go sit up there. This place merits closer investigation. Foxley Meadows. Okay, we'll grab that. And we're actually going to go straight away, even though we have notoriety. I think we should be okay. There is a sending there as well, which is interesting. This time we're definitely not going to be doing ascending. Let's send Rose, though. The path through the mountains to the high meadow will be hard. The peasants of the mountain will seek to drive us away. If we return home safe, we may struggle to shake off the visions of the place. Okay, so we're going to need some kind of lore to help us to navigate. Possibly lantern lantern, maybe heart for that. Then we're gonna have to fight someone, so rose going with edge is good. There's gonna be some kind of curse as well that we may have to fight with. Could be forge, could be winter, it could be grail. We're not sure yet. So let's get going and see how it goes. When you on. Okay, grab that again and collect it. And we've got another one just laying over there. And start that off again. Why not, right? Okay, what have we got? Actually, let's get you started first. Again, funds-wise, 214. We're probably never gonna burn through that until the end, but it's just nice to have that routine to do as well. It's always possible to be deader, Kaylee states. The watchman goes before. None but 7 may go after. Yet surely we are born to the glory as the sparks fly upward. Okay, so we got some lantern lore. That's nice because we've been kind of lacking higher level lantern lore. So you can go there as well. Cool. Fascination then can go up there. Not really a worry at the minute. Okay, so that now means that if we wanted to, we could subvert those. We'll think about that later, and maybe for the next stream. Okay, next we're going to continue reading our Aramaic books. So we'll start with you. I'm going to move these over here as well. And then we'll put you there, so again we know translation is required. On Matthias and the amethyst imago, loss. The laws of the house forbade Matthias to love. The customs of the wood forbade the imago to remain. So he conjured her a final time. When she had uncovered the shears of Alakapura, and she suffered him to cut the wings from her back, so that she might remain, and he suffered her to cut the parts which hold man's seed, to keep them from the detestable act. This was love in all its blood and joy. We have cast out Matthias from the house. Okay, yeah, they must have been very much in love to do that. Both gave up something very important and gave up their, not just that, but their positions. I wonder what % of people work too hard at CNC their first turn. I did. Oh yeah, yeah, I got that, not my first turn, but yeah, I got the ending by accident. The first time I got the ending was by accident, yeah. Because it's just, the game teaches you, right? It's looking for a card. It doesn't seem to be a bad thing, so put in the card that it's looking for. And then suddenly you get an ending of what? The expedition continues. Our expedition plans the next phase. It will consume funds. Okay, so let's send. So let's actually see what we need. Forge or winter. So bleak and grey-green slopes lift the eye to distant snow-edged sky, straining peaks. It'll be the devil of a job to find anything in there. Forge will sustain us, winter will shield us. Okay, so forge and winter. These guys are going to be edge for us, at least. Mortals, perhaps even ordinary mortals, but quite a number of them. They can be fought, seduced, or deceived. We're going to go with the fighting. This looks like it's going to be winter, yeah. We need heart or winter to suppress this curse, otherwise it will not keep us from our goal, but it may trouble us later. Okay, so let's... So what were you again? You are winter or forge, and you are winter, heart or winter. So standing winter just makes sense, so let's send our clear in. And we'll go on. Seduce into room by the ease of game hints. Exactly, yeah. Oh, we didn't get rid of it again. Okay. Now, this time it could be an issue because we have one coming in the not too distant future. And right now it's not an issue because he could find it, get tentative evidence. Doesn't really matter that much, right? But if he gets it, if he gets that, gets tentative evidence, and then also captures the one that's coming here to get damning evidence, then we do need to worry a little bit. Okay, let's leave that there. Okay. Our forge skill represents plenty of expertise. We'll almost certainly make it through. Right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to double our forge skill there. And that shouldn't be an issue. But again, you can still get unlucky with that stuff. Nothing is guaranteed in the game, which I like. I don't like things where it's do this and it's 100% chance. Okay, try. Okay, perfect. Got another one of those. So we're getting plenty of chances to get the item that we're looking for. Just have to get lucky and find the right place, I think. So here, the right of the map's edge was given to us by the Vagabond. It is the right that Matthias used to summon the Amethyst Imago. But like many summoning rites, it could be used to conjure almost any entity. Given the appropriate tools and the appropriate influence, use it gently in memory of the name and along who suffered these agonies that they might be joined. Okay, so yeah, so that kind of hints at something that I think the game could have done better. So a lot of the rites you can use, like you can use to do the same thing with, like, so a number of different rites will actually do the same thing. And I would have rather that they were more unique, each one, but I suppose like it's only a minor kind of nitpick because, as I said, the game is so fantastic. Right, let's see what we have here. We have Moth and we have the right of the map's edge. Okay, so that's second time at least second time we got it because we had it up there already. Okay, now let's read the next book here. The writer credits the Red Grail, the Ring Yew, and the Horned Axe, the powers the Sisterhood reveres, with agreeing a final treaty between the hours of the house and the hours they displaced. The Thunderskin loved the Yew, and the Grail destroyed him, as restitution for the slaying of the Horned Axe's sisters and brothers. Okay, run that on. It'd be great to see a game that expanded on a lot of the lore that they've created just for the books in this. Because the whole interconnectivity of the deities and then the other occult practitioners is so well fleshed out. Like you could definitely see, it makes the world of Cultist Simulator feel more real, I think. And it for me at least, it makes me want to experience more of the world. Okay, run you on. Okay, so what we got here? Our expedition plans next week. Okay, we have 1 funds already. We've got 24, so we're fine with that. The next thing is going to be fighting, so let's send Elridge. Get up to 10 edge there, which should it gives us the best chance of getting by. But again, it's not 100%, and I'm absolutely fine with that. Okay, so hopefully, yeah, there we go. Well done, Dorothy. Came through for us, so that's sorted. Okay, now. Cracked wildering mirror, deep crack runs along the shimmering metal. A forged aspect follower could repair it with sufficient resources. Or I could use up what power remains in it. Okay, so while we have time, we're going to... Where are our forged people anyway? There we go. So Laidlaw, let's pop you there. Hang on. No, it's not... Is it talk or work? I don't repair stuff enough to remember. But I think it might be work. Because then you have to slot it. You have to slot those two, and then you have to put in the, what are these called again? Spinthria. Yeah. I think it's work. I can't swear to that 100%, but I think it's work. Because if I do that, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to slot that in there. Let's try. Oh, we can. Okay, maybe I was wrong. We can begin to repair this, but it will take at least a bronze spinthria to purchase the necessary material. Okay, well, luckily we have one, so when it's ready, we'll slot that and get it done. Okay, let's check you again. Got some fascination. I dreamt of the mantis behind the white door, of the great space above the orchard, the space that overlooks the bounds, the space where the vagabond once painted her river. Painted ships passed upon the painted river, met the painted eyes of a painted captain. She saluted, and the motion was like the layered movement of clouds. The sail of the ship was amber, and the captain's eyes the green of new barley, and the river aquamarine. Now that I'm awake, I see those colours still. Yeah, as I said, absolutely fantastic writing in this game. I'm so glad that it was recommended to me. So how I found this game is because I played Sunless Sea on my YouTube channel every Sunday for 3 or 4 years, probably about 4 years in total. And someone who watched a series, I was talking about trying to find games similar to it. I was thinking of trying out Sunless Skies, and that person was told me that Sunless Skies actually has a different writer to Sunless Sea and is not as good. So then they recommended that I check this game out, and I'm so delighted that they did. I think it's fantastic. Right, let's get back in here and pop you in there. There we go. The Watchers will almost certainly regret standing against us. Hopefully. Hopefully it's them that gets injured and not us. The Thunderskin entered the mantis through the peacock door. A privilege never given to the witch and sister. But then their merit was much less. The writer admits that entry through the peacock door is unseemly, but insists that under the circumstances there was no other way. Okay. And we must have got a secret history or something out of that. Or, no, it could have been one of these that just stacked. Okay, now, next, let's get the last Aramaic one that hasn't been translated, or that has been translated. Okay, so I'm gonna take a sip of my drink. A true and accurate history of the Shadowless Kings. The first and greatest history is described herein. The Persian Empire, the sons of Achaemenes. Yeah. The Shadowless Kings, the most glorious empire, survived the assaults of Alexander the Great and flourishes as late as the 5th century. Okay, let's start that and run things on. Okay, So we do need to deal with you. Got two fascinations sitting there as well. So again, these could become an issue, but I don't think so. We can probably just get a tincture of opium actually and get that one done. Let's grab that and start again. We need to keep an eye out for you as well for when you are looking for something. I'm going to move that up there because I don't want to miss when it looks for something. Their blood pumps bright, then dark. They should not have opposed us. We move on. Okay, so the next thing then, next person we send should be Winter Aspect. Okay, so you're going to need one of these. So we'll pop that in there. My followers at work on the mirror. Okay, well hopefully they're able to fix it. They should be able to. Okay, try you again. More fascination. I'm fascinated by how much fascination we're generating, honestly. Okay, now. Yeah, let's get a tincture of opium. In times of a special crisis, I might visit a discreet pharmacist to purchase a tincture of opium and make my dreams sweet, but only in times of a special crisis. So do that. After the fall of Rome, the shadowless empire takes Byzantium under its wing and moves east against the land of the Great River. Isaac begins to recount the invasion struggling against the unskinned armies of the hooded serpents, but ends abruptly with a series of incantations that he claims allow the shadowless empire to persist. So we got... Okay. Okay. Very nice. That's going to be great. And the heart lore is pretty good as well. Because now that can go up to this level here as well. So that could be our first 12th strength aspect as well. That'd be good. Study-wise, still have lots of books to read. And okay, that would be a nice challenge for us to try. We might actually do that. Once we've done this one and we've gotten rid, hopefully, of... yeah, we've gotten rid of any notoriety that it generates. Okay, plans for next phase. We have one fund already. So, winter. Let's send Violet along. That gets us 10 winter. Should help us with the curse. Okay, and let's pop that in there. The thirsting tantra, it is quieting on the many varieties of thirst, their uses and, or disquisition, sorry, on the many varieties of thirst, their uses and their effects. Okay, run that on. You are fine, especially if this produces soon enough. The mirror is repaired, it shines again as it did once before. Okay. So that's now 8 strength aspect, so these are 8, right? Or, yeah. Okay, so that's the right level for you to be at. Now, Gelgeist knows what is already lost, his power will almost certainly protect us. Okay, good. We don't have any more winter people, so let's start sending some lantern people. Let's send Cat along. Right, let's get that on again, and there. And okay, so you're sorted there, which is good. We can head back to the Mantis again without much fear. Right. He's on the search, and we should actually probably get you going as well. Maybe the detective has actually timed it well for once. I think he might have done. So he may have tentative evidence to get rid of, which generally is not that big a deal, because you can just let the timer run down if you want. It just means that no expeditions for 10 minutes, which at points can be fine because you can focus on getting through texts and stuff like that, or combining lores and that kind of thing, and the time will go very quickly. You can also try to get rid of it, obviously, with a moth aspected follower, but trying to do that earlier tonight ended with one of our followers unfortunately dying on us. The Tantra describes how the satisfaction of thirst may allow a mortal to rise into the service of the thirsting power, but warns of the consequences of rejecting those rare thirsts for common ones. A man who thirsts, O mighty one, whose mind clings to action in this world, will return to this world of action from that other place. Okay, so we've got some Grail and Right of the Sea, which you already have there, so this means we're going to have to put it back where it was, really. Right, so let's go on then with the next book that we can read. Also, all of those need to move over, because otherwise I'll forget that they've already been translated. Okay, so let's try you. The Ivory Box. Members of the Ordo took an oath, the Ivory Chain, not to have commerce with the arrows. Followed literally, this would be almost impossible for an adept, so the manual contains numerous clarifications, exceptions, and processes of indulgence. I like that. People realize, hey, if we actually follow this if we follow the spirit of this, we can't do what we want to do. So instead, let's try and follow it literally and find loopholes to allow us to do the things we want to do. That's very much human nature. Okay, our power is stronger than the power that was here. The curse won't touch us. Okay, let's send some funds because we're down on funds there. Okay, try there again. Excellent. Got you. And collect that. So I really want to go on an expedition to wherever this place is going to be. In advances, the hours strive one against another. As the struggles are resolved, they iron out the impossible, exalt the possible, tie the fraying braids of what has been into one golden ribbon of future. Everything is resolved. History becomes the past. There are, however, exceptions. Okay. So yeah, I definitely want to search that place out and go there. Is going to be rather difficult for us, but we'll see what happens. Right, so yeah, this is going to be interesting. He has gone a little early. I am safe for now. My adversary has not enough evidence to make a case against me, and I found no new clues. And we're going to be kind of touch and go. Because if we look here, yeah, we're actually going to miss it as well. So he may go searching again and snag it if we're unlucky. Kuranai describes the Order's burial rites, which include spells to ensure, in theory, that the souls of dead long are not given to the arrows. The arrow, called the Ivory Dove, who memorializes and commemorates, is to be invoked in secret in these rites. For what the hour we have made, or for with that hour we have made and understanding. Okay, so we got the Sunset Rite. Sunset Rite is one of the ones they can use to get an ending to the game. I think we did that with Lantern, if memory serves. Maybe my memory is wrong, but I seem to remember Sunset Rite and Lantern. And then we also got some winter lore. Okay, good. So you can go sit there. We're now going to study that as well. You can go sit there as well. The high mysteries of the innermost chamber of our church solar. The church chiefly worshipped the sun and splendor, the original undivided sun. But this text also includes the devotions of its aspects, as the chilly winter dawn and the departing sunset, as well as the menescape, the sun's night self. Priests of the church were all male, but rites are also included which allowed women to cross ceremonially to manhood. Okay, interesting. Study that. We shall get ourselves back into Mansus. Okay, so we're going to have to get Dorothy going again straight away. And let's see what we got here. The fox lilies are white as cave skin, white as frost, white as unsullied sheets. It is hard to look away. We will close our eyes and struggle away with our treasures. Okay, grab all of those. Okay, so we got some notoriety, which she may find. And we also got Wolf Snow. Okay, Wolf Snow, we go there, so it's 8 strength. Winter. Far too cold, even to melt in anything but the hottest noonday sun. It will very gradually consume human flesh. Okay, so it could be used to maybe get rid... You could put a corpse in there and it would get rid of it and you wouldn't generate notoriety. Interesting. That would be good for obviously cult members who die, which we hope not to have to do with anymore, but also things like sacrifices where you end up with a corpse as well. Okay, now we're going to search this out because this one really interests me. The rending mountains, it has been said, tear the flesh of history. It has generally only been said by people like Christopher Lopley, but still, they are a good region to find the places that daylight history does not recognize. Okay, so we're definitely going to find something we haven't been to before, at least in this run. Yep, he's on the hunt now, so he's going to beat us to it. So we're going to have to get Porter, I guess, on the case, because again, even though he has, just like we have a chance not to be successful when we provide the right aspect on when we explore or when we go on expeditions, he has a small chance not to convert that to tentative evidence, but I'd be very surprised if he doesn't convert it to tentative evidence. And probably the right thing to do at this stage would be to say, listen, he's going to get tentative evidence, we're going to leave him with it, and that's fine. But yeah, and then run down the clock and do other stuff. But I'm very interested to go on that expedition. I probably should be patient and wait, but I think for once I'm not going to be patient. Instead, I'm gonna go and see what we get. This place merits close investigation, so it is Hunter's Pit. The Terran tribes enlarged this cave system, digging shafts, preparing traps. It may have been a place of execution or a proving ground. In either case, it's sacred and the tribes don't want us here. If we survive them, there is still one more terror in the cramped tunnels. Okay, definitely sounds like we're going to need edge for it. We may need something like lantern or perhaps knock to find our way through as well. But yeah, I think we're going to go there. So you're going to lead the mission, and Rose is going to go because there's definitely going to be fighting. The trap labyrinth of the Tearing tribes. We'll have to scale the mountains and battle our way through the tribe. After that, no doubt there will be something else. Okay. So yeah, going to have to provide a lot of different aspects there, I think. The church's highest rites were performed in the Concursum, the chamber of the Mansus's heart, where the hours were known to pass. These rites include salutations to non-solar hours, the Grail, the Ring Hue, the Horned Axe, and the Thunderskin. Okay, and we got some more lantern lore. So again, we can combine those when we get the chance. But for now, we're going to keep on studying stuff that we have translated, so that we don't have too much of a backlog over here. The Tantra explains various less than practical countermeasures against the worms, the serpents which are not serpents. Moth and Winter are closest to them, and so understand their weaknesses, but have their own perils. The Lionsmith crushes them, but that's not recommended for mortals. Okay, and back to the Mansus. That one, okay, good. I'm certain that my adversary has lodged a copy of their notes elsewhere, with a solicitor, with a supervisor, or even with a contact in the press. This is troubling. Okay, so we're going to try and get rid of it, but this time we're going to be very careful not to let, like if someone fails, they have an injury, we need to heal it straight away. Can't be messing about. But now we don't have to worry too much about other things either, so we should be okay. My scheme will most likely succeed. How badly can you say the word succeed? My scheme will most likely succeed. There is always a chance that something will go awry. Okay, hold it on. As long as we don't end up with another dead body. Okay, so we're kind of getting to the point where we're going to wind down the stream in the next kind of 10 or 15 minutes or so. So let's think of, first of all, what's going to happen next week. So I think given that we are having issues again with skip frames and whatever the hell is going on with my ISP, obviously isn't getting sorted anytime soon. So what I'm thinking is that this will probably move over to my YouTube channel instead, and it will be still go live at the same time on Mondays, but instead of it being a stream, it's going to be like a 3-hour video with the webcam as well, because I kind of like this format for these ones anyway. And yeah, I'm really going to miss the chatting aspect of things, and not too happy with that. But until I can reliably stream without having technical issues, I think it's the right thing to do. But yeah, if you want to check out over on YouTube, so I am Barton Plays over there as well, so it's not that hard to find me. I've got a lot of similar stuff to this on the channel as well. There's currently another Cultist Simulator series on there as well, which is more episodic, so like shorter videos, maybe 40 minutes to an hour generally. Also I've got I just finished the Shredded Isle, which is on there. What else do we have then? Plenty of Sunless Sea stuff on there. Played through that game, as I said, for 4 years. So if you enjoy that game, you can check those out. Then I also play turn-based tactic stuff, so things like Mordheim, City of the Damned, Necromunda, Battle Brothers, what else? Battletech, stuff like that as well. And on my channel I have over 3,000 videos, so probably you'll find something that appeals to you on there somewhere, hopefully. Okay, now let's get back to the present. Our expedition plans for the next challenge. It'll consume funds. So let's see. Forge will sustain us. Okay. No, let's see that. So it looks like it's going to be Forge, then Edge. Then we'll have to check what the other one is. But yeah, I'm going to be very sad not to be streaming for the next while, because I really enjoy it. And I enjoy having, as I said, having chats with people on here as well. It's really great, I feel. It's a great format, and I didn't think I was a bit worried when I started, because I've done YouTube now for like 4, almost 5 years, and that's kind of got to the point where it's second nature to me, whereas the managing the stream and stuff was something very new to me. But yeah, I really got into it, I feel. We're not going to do that one again, or read it again, should I say. We are going to get our dream going as well, though. Back into the Mantis. There we go. Anything else? We need to deal with you as well. Our forge skill represents plenty of expertise. We'll almost certainly make it through. Okay, so that's done. Next is you. They can be fought. That's all we need to hear. We don't need to worry about the others, because our cult like fighting, apparently. Okay, and then we have here. The worms have always been eager to inhabit us. Here are the practices which make us inhospitable to them. There are diagrams. The diagrams are not good to look upon, and none of the practices they depict would allow the subject to survive. Okay, not good. Okay, so some winter lore there. You can go there. Some days are better than others. Sometimes the sky is nothing like a filthy sheet. Sometimes the river runs clear. Well, thanks for the stream and chat. You're welcome. As I said, I love chatting with people about things that I'm passionate about. This game is something I'm passionate about, and it's always nice to, when you have similar interests with people as well. I think it's really cool. And that's one of the things that I like so much about streaming. Okay, we're going to do this one next. So we move you over and move these two over as well. This tantra describes the uses and dangers of anger. It cautions that anger does not always survive transformations. Okay, see that? Yeah, and as I said, if you like watching stuff about this game, or similar games, or you like turn-based tactic stuff, definitely go check out my YouTube channel, because there's tons of content on there related to that. And then I also do, in my priest one, I do more of a kind of a role play thing as well there, because I have more of an idea of how the people interact in that cult, compared to, I think this one to kind of concentrate a bit more, keeping the chat up and stuff like that, and also checking and being disappointed that my on the stream status and seeing all these stupid skip frames as well. Anyway, let's roll things on. So what I want to do, the last thing today, is get to the end of this one and see what we get, because I'm really excited to see at that. It's kind of a very high tier one to go on. My minion has returned. The evidence has been destroyed. I'm a little safer. Well done, Porter. That is brilliant. I love when they're able to do it first time, because then you don't have any, you never get that kind of spike of dread. I don't mean dread as in the one that's in here. I mean dread as the one that's here in my chest or in my head, depending on which way you want to look at it. Okay, talk-wise, we don't need to do anything at the minute. But yeah, I want to get this done. and then we'll probably look for someone to raid after that. Always good to, even if I don't have that many people watching, it's always nice to pass it on to someone else. Okay, things on there. Okay, so you're going to miss the contentment, which I'm not all that happy with. But hey, it's kind of a nice thing as well, though. I like that the contentment has a shorter lifespan that I think pretty much any other card in the game. Well, not any other card, because some cards have very short lifespans. But most of the cards in the game, especially compared to the likes of Dread and Fascination. But it's kind of nice because it does speak to the fact that contentment is fleeting. Let's read this because we are going to be ending soon enough. There is a great chamber in the manses through which a painted river flows. The vagabond, it is claimed, painted it from memory in the years before she left the house. Certainly there are histories concealed in its design. I traced them with my hand last night. There were fragments of aquamarine paint beneath my nails, flecks of gold leaf when I was done. Okay, grab those. So start you again. Slot that there. Oh, because it's got a timer. Okay. Oh, you better do this first. A full moon appears, creatures are reborn, and even a lizard should not be slain, for it could be you. Okay. So got right of the rebel striving. That's it. I haven't seen that rite very often before. This rite enacts the teaching of the Forge of Days. The artisan may achieve their highest goal only by destroying their most precious tool. The linesmith knew this when he shattered his sword before the colonel. So my assistant must destroy a chosen instrument. Interesting. Okay. So you can go up here with the rest of the rites. Now, what we've got here. Mirrors are calm, the sun is steady, the glory recedes. I'm saying that means anything. Okay, one on. Actually, no, pause because I want to make sure you're okay. The Watchers almost certainly regret standing against us, so we've got 10 edge. We should start working on wherever's needed for this now. The mother of ants was born among serpents. She has so very many young sisters. It can be feeded in battle or will respond to the mother's power. Okay. So, let's send you, get edge, because we're going to have double fight. Okay, and we can run things on. Good. And study, so let's study the last translated one that we have there. The Twin Serpent Tantra. The Tantra describes the great hooded princes, a dynasty of princes of unclear origin, engaging in prayers, sacrifices, and poetry in honor of the key serpent. The Crossroads Twins and the Mirror Queen. The Crossroad Twins and the Mirror Queen. Nagi encircles. Nagi arises from the wounds. Nagi spares those who are already harmed. Okay, start that. Right, so we're going to get an affliction, which we're going to have to put there to remind us that we need to get rid of it. Okay, then do that and run that on. Okay, good. Oh, okay, let's do this one first then. Grab that. We won't read it because you read one just a moment ago. Okay, and then straight back in because no other worries at the minute. Okay, supplies are low, so we better send some now. I don't want to run into trouble with that. So we need to get rid of that before we start trying to intercept the notoriety that's going to come from it as well. This illness has damaged my health. I need to rest before I'm fully recovered. Okay, set that there so I have at least a chance to remember to get rid of it. Eyes like gas lamps, scales like black jade. A serpent is a powerful foe, but there's nothing before us. Okay, I'm going to send funds again because we are out of them. Slot you there. The great hooded princes are described as having escaped from the history of their death to a history where they yet live. The text claims that there are now 108 of them, but in one of the many instances of twinness, before they crossed from their death chronicle, there were only 54. Okay, interesting. So we've got another right there, right of the Mother's Mercy. The assistant is offered in sacrifice to the Mother of Ants, but the Mother knows healing as well as poison, and she will be merciful, accepting the substitute of a lesser offering. Usually the experience is not reassuring for the assistant. Okay, cool. Now, next we should head... yeah, let's actually get that translated. Start that. Work is done. Stop those. Start off. Okay, so some decent knock lore as well. That's good. Another right, although it's one that we already had, but we'll replace it there. The serpent's rolls. Oh, again, just missed it. Okay, that's the same one we got just a moment ago. Collect those. Now, I will actually remember to do that. I'll pause as well. Let's slot the funds, start that up. Okay, what did it say? The serpent rolls and roars, its death throes shake the earth, but it's dying. We will pass. Okay, good. So once that gets up to about there, we can maybe think about trying to intercept the notoriety then. Okay, we don't need to send any more funds, so let's send you hang on. Let's send some winter aspect to people, just in case there is some kind of curse that hasn't been brought to our attention just yet. Okay, that's ready, and then let's do the next one. Okay, now we're probably a little bit late here. We'll start you off and hopefully get there before he does. In the crumbling depths of the hunter's pits, we've found a room where battle scenes are painted on the walls. Here are the shrines of the greatest hunters of the tearing tribes. Okay, let's grab that. Right, and we'll head back into the manses now. Oh, he's on the hunt as well. He is going to beat us. These are the trophies the hunters won. Not all the beasts they slew are beasts that walk the earth today. Okay, interesting. Let's see what we actually got. So we got the notoriety. Oh, these are good. Those are really good. We might have actually found what we need here. Let's check. So the August Stone, a tremendous bowl, big as a gong, carved from black basalt, with matching incantations in Aramaic and Mandaic. If you speak Aramaic, you can use this as a key to Mandaic. Perfect. Okay, so you go there then. Actually, you go there, because we don't need to we're going to translate you, but find another language. And then you... A tiny ear bone blackened by intense heat. Applied correctly, it can crack stone. Okay, so not quite... It's only 8 intensity. So not quite what we were looking for, but still decent. Okay, and then here... Scaptodon Fang. It is rare for the line spit to make scaptodons now, but they are difficult to kill and they live a very long time. Okay. So we actually got 2 of those, and they are aspect 12 as well, which is unlucky for us because we were looking for an aspect 12 forge. And then we've got a book here as well. The Dissolution Alexander Probst, following the foundational work of Hosty Moore, recovered a copy of this work from a mountain temple in Persia. Other copies surface now and then, usually seared on rock. Okay, so you are in what? What are you actually written in? Okay, Mandaic. So luckily we're about to learn Mandaic, so we can translate you pretty quickly once we get there. Okay, so my thinking now for the next stream, which again probably will be just on YouTube, posted on YouTube. It's not really a stream, but for the next session for this is I want to start combining these because it looks like the next level up. So the 10th strength, 10th strength and beyond is where we're going to find the item that we're actually looking for. So I think it makes sense then to start combining those. So if we combine those, we're going to get, we have 8, right? We're going to get 4 of those, which hopefully if we can do four of those, we've got a good chance, I think, of finding what we're looking for. Okay, but this is where I'm going to end the stream. So really huge thanks to anyone who has been watching either here live on Twitch or when I post over on YouTube as well. I hugely appreciate anyone who decides that it's worth their time to, come and watch me and interact with me. I think that's fantastic. And I, as I said, hugely appreciate it. Now, let's see if we can find someone to raid. But while I'm looking for someone to raid, so as I said, if you want to check me out on YouTube, it's Barden Plays over there as well. I have tons of content over there, over 3,000 videos. If you enjoyed watching this evening, you're probably going to enjoy, hopefully enjoy at least a lot of my other content as well. Let me see. Let me go to my dashboard and see what we can do. So we're going to go for a raid. Okay. So we're going to none of the regular people or Cultist Simulator people that I would normally or might raid are on at the moment. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to raid Ones and Only, who's just starting his stream, and he streams The Long Dark. He is a very entertaining streamer, and I find The Long Dark really good to watch, and also the community over there are fantastic. So Hopefully you guys stick around and give him a follow when you get in there. But yeah, let's raid wands.